Well, thank you. I'm glad that you said something because I totally did not realize that Mike's been muted this whole time. We've been chatting along, running our mouth. Mike's muted. Monday, Monday, ugh. The fun of being on the internet, right? The follies, the great follies of mankind. We're over worried about the internet and what we worried about when we were, coming up out of the mire mug. Yeah, it's totally me. Totally me. Totally me. Yeah, I think everybody does even like some of like the. I saw it on what was it? One of the news channels the other day. Somebody did it, so like it happens to everybody. It's just kind of fun, honestly. If you're willing to let it be fun, if you're willing to let it just be like, oh, look at me, oh, I'm a goof. It's totally fine. I've seen people who get like seriously bent out of shape about little mistakes like that. And you're like, oh man, you can't do that, brother. You're gonna be mad a lot. Why are her footsies bare though? Like, shouldn't she have goat feet? Honestly, I feel like she should have goat feet. They made her sultry. They just gave her horns, like she's down here cosplaying as a succubus. I just thought I'd come down here and take it, give it a shot, see if I liked it. It's just on trial before I get my hooves. Oh golly, that's funny. Maybe it's only funny to me. Who knows? I think it'd be funny. She totally needs to have hooves though, but like it doesn't make any sense. Everybody else has hooves. Hey, no worries, brother. All right, on. You got an event coming up. Nice. We just got done with an event not so long ago, and then I got another one coming in November. I think we're gonna be in El Reno in November. We'll see. I gotta get enough funds together to pay for the entry. Oh, and make sure I don't have a billion things going on with my kids that weekend. Kids definitely change your life a lot. You gotta. I mean, like people say that, and you're like, "Oh yeah, no, baby, yeah, now I have a kid in my life." But you don't understand what that statement really means. Is like throughout their life is going to change what you can do with your life because their life is going to change a lot. You don't realize how much that is because you forgot or you didn't pay attention when you were a kid to how many things you were involved in. Hey, it's Sir McBeardsly. Oh, sir. Okay, so she's going to be just slightly different. We are going to go ahead and bonify all this. I do like their bones armor. I like that idea, but we'll layer it with instead of it being an iron armor, she'll get bronze. Really just doing this so I can differentiate what the heck I got going on here. She's got a lot going on with such a skimpy little model. Itty bitty. Kind of blocking out what I'm usually looking at. is because that's some sort of wrap in that gauntlet. I'm not sure what it is. She definitely has something wrapping her actual arms there. The bronze is not going to be stand out against the bone quite as much as the other metal will, but it still should look pretty good. And like I said, it gives her that next rank up. It's like she's just not one of the common demons. She even has like these pads here that the other demons didn't have. Oh, hey. Should I jump on this shop? Yeah. Oh, then that gives me another. I'm going to go ahead and say it again. We have an Etsy shop. If you haven't been to the Etsy shop, go ahead and jump on over there. Give us some love. Oh, fun. Okay, let's see. The Lager Logs, Pints of View with Tom and Stu. That is an amazing name. I love it. I'm just taking a stab at printing an ale-drinking dwarf model off my 3D printer. Could you recommend what type of paint if I wanted to paint it? So make sure, okay, you want to prime them. There's lots of different options in primers. You could go with, I like Rattle Can. Army Painter makes a good product. This one's not bad. That's Army Painter. And then you have Citadel. There's lots of other ones. I would buy a specific miniature primer because the way they make their paint that's in the can is going to be better than like if you go and buy, say like something like this. This is Rust-Oleum. This is a good for like bigger projects that you're not really terribly worried about whether or not the quality of the paint. So if you're doing like a big project, that's a whole lot easier. You're just going to be like blotching it. Like I have a big castle piece I painted or whatever. Now from there, you probably, when you're very first starting out, you want to get, I would go with Reaper or maybe Army Painter or Pro Acryl. Pro Acryl's Pro Acryl. This is a pretty good company too. I like their stuff. I like their dropper. I like their mix. There's a little ball in there. It mixes up really well. These guys make a pretty decent paint for miniatures and stuff. Now I use a little bit higher quality acrylic. This is an artist level acrylic. It's way thick, so it's not quite. It may not be necessarily what you want to start out with, because if you don't know how to thin it, you can leave streaks on your models, and you may not necessarily, especially with like a dwarf. He's got a big belly where it's a long, like a wide area, like this sword here. Like this, if the paint isn't thinned out enough, and you take a brush across this, you can leave streaks, which is another reason why I really enjoy using those metallics from your miniature companies for my metallics on my weapons, because I can just drop it on and I can forget it. I don't have to worry about thinning it out or whatever. Because like metallics in general, thinning them out, they don't always like being thinned out, because it takes the particles of the pigment, the little flecks of metal and stuff that's in there, and it spreads it too far out. So then once it gets put on your surface, if it's too thin, it's going to spread that out, and then it will look particly. It will look like it has glitter on it, and not it won't look like metal. So I definitely Pro Acryl, 100% recommend Pro Acryl for miniature paints. Army Painter seems to make a pretty decent product too. I like this rough iron, and I've liked the other couple of the stuff I've got. I do not recommend Citadel to new painters. These paints are a pain in the butt. These little pots seal up, and you can just see how gunky it gets. This is a mess. It's just a mess. And I've seen lots of people buy this and take it out of these containers and put them in other containers and stuff like that, which is fine. But I would just go with one of these guys that are making these droppers. So does Reaper. Reaper does droppers now, and Reaper's not a bad price. Reaper pretty. As far as like modeling paint, it's on the more price economical side, and their pigments aren't bad at all. Now sometimes you might be like one size, or you might not find the size of the bottles you want or the exact bottles of specific paints because sometimes they have trouble maintaining stock, or at least that was for a while. It might not be that way anymore because of the pandemic's ending and things are coming back together. And Reaper's American. They're out of Texas. I'm not. You know what? I don't know where Arm Painter is from, honestly. Denmark. So I mean, and Pro Acryl is as European as well. I can't remember exactly where it's from. I think it's German. No, this doesn't come. Well, the company may be German, but these are being manufactured in the U.S. So Pro Acryl is being manufactured here. I know Reaper for sure is being manufactured here. Golden is if you're looking to go into the higher end acrylics, Golden is manufactured here. Windsor Newton is not. This is out of France and England, I think, is where these guys come from. And with the way things are going with all the tariffs and stuff like that here in the States, there's absolutely no telling what's going to happen to things like paints. So, finding sources that are going to be in country may be the better idea for those of us who are in the States. If you're out of the States, of course, whatever. I don't know. I wouldn't know enough about your trading system to be able to give you any advice. I like the Lager Log, so that's a fantastic name. I'm totally going to go subscribe to that channel when I get done. That's happening. That's a great name. I'm assuming we talk about beer on that channel, which, as a former chef, I love beer on levels that a lot of people may consider unholy. But yeah, totally. You're absolutely welcome, man. I want to make sure people get like the full answer. Like, I could always just say, oh, go here, go there, buy this, buy that. But you never know what people really are trying to do with their product or their models or whatever. Give people the options, man. Treat people like they're smart enough to understand. I love it. Beer review channel log based out of Scotland and England. Hey, there you go. I got a lot of mates in Scotland. I follow the Glasgow Rangers. I'm an American, so I'm not crazy like some of those guys over there. It gets a little nuts for those of you who do not know anything about that particular wildness. It gets pretty crazy. But yeah, man, let's see, I was in Edinburgh in 2000. God, I think it was like 2011, 2010, 2011. When I was over there last. It's a lot of fun. I got to stay on the Royal Mile. So this is a great story. So I won an art contest. I don't know where that piece is around here somewhere. So I won an art contest for drawing a castle for a Facebook deal, and for a kilt shop, and they paid for me to stay on the Royal Mile, like right next to their shop, and they paid to have I got a kilt, so I got a custom tailor-made kilt while I was there, and I got to hang out, got to go to a Rangers game, got to see Rangers versus Hearts in Glasgow. Snowed out. They called the match halfway through halftime, and everybody got mad, and so they went and started chucking bottles of Buckfast at the what is it, the office where like the owners and stuff, the board are at, and they're chucking these bottles of Buckfast, and all of a sudden my friend Sandy, he puts his hand on my shoulder, and Sandy's a giant Scotsman. He puts his hand on my shoulder and he says, "Mate, we gotta go. The Polish are here." And I was like, "Polish? What's a Polish?" He's a Polish. The pull us. And I'm like, the police! Holy crap, let's go. So then we popped into the Loudon and drank a couple pints until it was safe enough to get back out on the streets and get back over to Edinburgh. But we had to hide all our Rangers gear because we didn't want to get on the train and start any trouble. Yeah, I'm not looking for a fight or nothing. That's not my style. I just like soccer or football. Anyway, that's awesome, man. I really appreciate it. That's cool. I'm totally going to check it out. I knew you'd get a kick out of that story. That's a good one. That's a lot of. I had a lot of fun in Scotland, man. I woke up in an alley once or twice in Edinburgh. A couple nights in a row. Woke up in an alley. I don't know what I did. Way more fun than I probably should have been having. That's for sure. All right, so we're just kind of just very gently gonna bring this ashiness to her colors. Absolutely, brother. I'm totally gonna get that channel line. That's good stuff. You'll have to post the dwarf when you get it done. We'll need to see it. I totally want to see it. I love the 3D printer, man. It really changes the game. Citadel is like so expensive. And you can do this and it save you a ton of money. And some of these sculpts are every bit as good as Citadel, maybe even better. Got a couple good vlogs about our trips to Edinburgh. Stags, those, yeah. Edinburgh was a blast. I thought I was kind of, I didn't know if I was gonna like Edinburgh because I wanted to go to Glasgow. My mates are in Glasgow, blah blah blah. But I really liked Edinburgh. It was a lot of fun. Really nice art museum there. I can't wait to get back to Britain. I got a lot of places I want to go see still, and especially in Lower Britain. I've only really flown through there. I get down into England and Wales and see some of the stuff down there. There's some really neat stuff down there, especially if you're a history guy, or if you like pubs and all that kind of stuff. There's just so many neat things to see in Britain. That's super cool, though. Really, I'm kind of pumped to see this channel now. I bet you it's a ride. That's Payne's gray. Like I said, we're kind of trying to make her look gray. That's the idea. We want to kind of fade away a lot of this flesh and find these crevices and darken that up, and then we're going to come back with a very lightened verdant flesh color and come over the top of it again. Yeah, the only Citadel paints I would recommend are their spray paints. They make great spray paint. After that, their paint's fine. It's just the closures on those things are a nightmare. And they always dry out. They're never gonna last long. So like you buy a I'll put it like this, Okay, so we looked at that. This thing here is a year old. I get back to work. Hey, no problem, brother. For sure. So anybody else is watching. So you look at this and you can see this thing's a year old. This is like a year, right? This paint tube right here is 3 years old. It doesn't look like that. The paint just doesn't look like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little too critical. That happens. Oh man, I'm still giggling now about that. That trip to Scotland. Golly, that was a lot of fun. I kind of forgot about all that for a little. You always kind of forget about it till you get to tell the story again, and then it's like, oh yeah, I remember that. It was so fun. We got to go. I was like, oh my. I didn't realize it had gotten like that, and then I noticed that they're chucking balls at things, and I was like, oh, yeah, it's probably bad. Especially because like Americans don't really understand this, but they don't let you act and say a lot of the things that you think you can say in other countries. Like, you can't just start acting an absolute fool in public in a lot of other countries. They're not going to tolerate it, nor should they. So you gotta act a fool and then get out of Dodge. Don't stick around. Americans like to act a fool in the cops' faces, and it's like, you're not gonna get away with that in Scotland. They are gonna hit you. All right. I'm just gonna bring our muscles out just a little bit. You really want to leave those crevices alone. And this was gonna give her kind of almost like what we were looking at, where she's kind of an ashen, fleshy color. Which kind of goes back to that paleness that Sir McBeardsly was referring to last week. He enjoyed so much. And demons have that almost human quality. I wasn't quite ready. Where you can tell that they were once a person that's been corrupted. Her eyes were not quite dry. You can still see a little bit of your face. Oh, she's got such a great little expression. She's kind of got this disdainful smirk on her face. Ah, so good. Might be a little hard to see on the camera here because it's so small. Yeah, I like that. She's definitely got that going on. She's got, like I said, she looks dead. She looks almost like more like a vampire, which I think is going to work out great for the succubus. So, and that gives her just a completely different look than these other demons. We'll just have a completely other color style. And we still haven't gotten to like the big red demon, and it leaves more like the lavender kind of purpley one for Asmodeus. But I actually might make him look. So I think this is supposed to be Asmodeus. Asmodeus, however you want to pronounce it. Depends on, I guess it depends on what We're really looking forward. This is such a great model. He looks so. His little staff is amazing. It's so crazy. And then this guy here, and then there's another great big one we're printing up. And he'll be coming out. We're getting that off the printer soon. God, this one's got a ton of these little. So we'll get him. I gotta get these two pieces done. I thought I did them, but I guess I didn't. I get those done. Get the rest of the big deal printed, and we'll get moving on there. Like I said, I'm not sure if we're gonna do the other one. What was it? They're these guys, but they're riding a like a, I don't know, some sort of demon. I don't know. It looks like a squig, if I'm honest. For those of you who don't know what a squig is, that is a Warhammer item. They're like little orc dogs or something. It's really hard to explain what a squig is. There's some really cool videos out there, though. So. About them. So if you want to go check out that, see what that squig is, that's where it's at. Yeah. Really great show. Thank you very much for everybody who came by. Big shout out to Flying Arrow Magnetics, a close friend of ours. Also big shout out to Sir McBeardsly, ever popular and ever appreciated moderator. And again, thanks Jared for checking on that mic, because I totally spaced that. It really sucked. It definitely was a crazy weekend. Anyway, oh, next week we're moving up 1 more hour. So we're going to be instead of at 10 Central, we're going to be at 11 Central. So that way I gotta start doing more stuff in the morning. My kids are going back to school, so I got like a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, I'm retired all the time, man. Kids wear you out. And that's okay. I'm almost there. I got one started his senior year this year. So I'm almost done. Almost done with the kids. Almost did the thing I set out to do in my life, which was raise some cool kids that will be better in the society, because they're good to people, and they do the thing that's the right thing, not the easy thing. And golly, that's so hard to teach people to do the right thing instead of the easy thing. It's got to be one of the hardest things you could ever try to teach people, honestly. But you should do it. You really should. You know, it's part of being good, part of being on the side of the good guys. You know, I guess we need villains and stuff in this world, but dang it, we need more heroes, especially right now. We need more heroes. So we need more people being nice. So be nice to somebody. Go be nice to your neighbor. Go be nice, or, you know, just some rando. Be nice. I don't know. Doesn't seem like it costs you anything. Maybe let that guy in traffic. You know, the one that's trying to get in real hard, and you're like barreling down the highway. Maybe this time you let him in. I don't know. You never know what could happen. Be good. Be nice. Anyway, I will be here tomorrow. And we'll be starting at our time. Looks like there's somebody in my yard. We'll be here at the normal time this week, or the time we've been at this week. So 10 o'clock Central. All the rest this week, and then next week we are switching to 11 o'clock. And hopefully I can pull that off, because as you all know, I'm not the most technologically sound individual. So, but I'll do my best to make sure we get this off to a hitch. I just gotta remember to add that to the. I gotta make a post about that, don't I? Anyway, go check out the short. I put that up there. Go check out our Etsy shop. Give us a thummy likey favorite. I don't know what that thing that's called on the on Etsy. Yeah. So that's cool, and the link works, which is awesome. That's fantastic. So I think that's it. Anyway, appreciate everybody. We'll talk to you later. Bye. Oh, and a huge shout out to the Logger Logs, Pints of a View with Tom and Stu. Go check that out. They seem like they're gonna be really great guys. It was a great conversation, real fun conversation to have there. So thanks for stopping in, guys. Really did appreciate that. And yeah. Okay, now bye for real.